What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B with some of that variant content. Somebody has suggested that I do a room tour. And I thought, well, it's got such a small room that it's really not that interesting. But I thought, you know what? In the interest of keeping some content going, I would give you all just a little taste or just a little quick room tour. We'll talk about my comics and what I got on my walls and some other stuff that doesn't get to be on camera very often. And we'll just go through it real quick and I don't know, take a look. If you like it, cool. If not, well, it's still some content. So let's just flip the camera around here, and that way my hand will quit going in front of it. Anyway, and we'll start with the old wall. Okay, so this is the wall to my right of my desk here. First off, I need to give a shout out to Alex, Wink Ink Michael, because this whole wall design here is absolutely ripped off of what he's done in his comic room. And it's basically just some shelving. I'll show the shelving. It's just some shelving. It's got a little bit of a lip right here. And these are sound panels on the back that just kind of cushion it as a backdrop. And each one of these can be found on Amazon. I forget how long they are. I think they are 5 foot something panels, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get into the books. Starting with the top row here, we have Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 7. It's just always been my favorite cover of that series. The death of Supergirl. And then we've got, over here, we got Batman, number 357. And this one I want to say is... I want to say that was the I can't remember. I've drawn a blank. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank because I think I'm wrong. I think it's the first appearance of Killer Croc is what I'm thinking, but I'm doubting myself on that. But you can correct me, give you something to light me up in the comic book or in the comments about. And next up, of course, we got The Killing Joke, number 1. That's the first print with that gorgeous Brian Bolland cover. And this is an iconic book. And these are in Gator Guards. I put most of my Gator Guard comics on this wall here. So, but everybody knows what that is. It's an iconic book, but I'm a big Brian Bolland fan. So that was a must-have. And this is the infamous Bloodshot, number 1. 9.8 CGC with the bullet holes. If you don't know the story on that one, go into my playlist in my AOK section and look for the videos on that one. That was Foiled Again Comics trying to send me a AOK, and I took it out and put bullet holes in it. Say what you want, but I'm not a graded comic book guy. You all know I don't like CGC, don't like slabs. They can all kiss my butt, but that is one of the prized possessions of my collection. Another book, this is a CBCS 9.0 Infinity Gauntlet number 1, was also a gift, and this is signed by George Perez. There it is. Verified signature by George Perez. So it gets to stay, even though it's a graded comic. And that was a gift, like I said, from a buddy of mine. Y'all know him, Jason Todd. And this was a gift from another buddy of mine, Ryan. Y'all know Ryan. And that's Ultimate Fallout 4, number 9.2 in the second printing. I know that one's kind of falling out of grace a little bit, but you know what? I'm going to hold on to it. And this is a pickup that I had to have. I haven't got number one yet, but I'm still trying. I'm still holding out hope I'm going to get one. But this is number two, and this is like the first appearance of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think, and some other ones. It's some big names. Han Solo. I can't remember all of them, but it's some big names. And we'll come down here. The one everybody laughed at me and said this will never be a thing, and that it's a crappy key, and I should give up on it. First appearance of Lobo. Well, all I got is, who's laughing now, bitches? Anyway, and this is one of my favorite keys that I finally collected. Iron Fist 14. It was on my hit list for a couple years before I was finally able to pull the trigger on it. That's the first appearance of Sabretooth. And then we got Wolverine number 10, which is, I believe, the first fight between Sabretooth and Wolverine, or it's the first time Sabretooth appearing in Wolverine comic. I can't remember which, but I got it because that is probably one of the most iconic covers ever. I love for Wolverine. It's one of my favorites. Sabretooth is one of my favorite characters, so I was happy to get it. And over here we got Wolverine number 1 from the miniseries. I don't need to tell you about that one. Y'all know that's the first solo Wolverine story, followed by the first ongoing Wolverine, first appearance Patch, and all that other good stuff. And then we've got DC Comics Presents number 26, first appearance of the new Teen Titans. That was a big old grail for me, and I was so stoked when I finally got it. It's not that expensive, but I'm a poor folk. I'm some spam sucking trailer trash here, so you know, $100 is an expensive comic for me. So you know, and I don't remember what I paid for that, but it was up there. And then we got New Teen Titans number 1. And also that gorgeous Perez cover, man. Perez is so good. But I'm a big Teen Titans fan, so I was stoked to get that. Now let's move down here. We got some glare. We got Daredevil number 168, first appearance of Elektra. That was a big time key, and I was glad to get my hands on that one, as well as this one, Daredevil 131, first appearance of Bullseye. Was another major key that I didn't think I would ever have, but managed to pull off. And then we got Savage She-Hulk number 1, first appearance of She-Hulk. This was a gift from Mo Fu himself, and although it has fallen out of grace and is not doesn't have near the value that it used to have, still, I think She-Hulk is still a permanent key book, and it will revive itself at some point, but still a cool character, and I like it. Like Savage She-Hulk way more than I do Sensational. I don't like Supermodel Hulk, She-Hulk. I like Savage She-Hulk. And then these two, we'll just do them both together because we got Hulk number 1, which is arguably the first appearance of Red Hulk, or you could say the first cover appearance of Red Hulk, and then Hulk number 2, which is the first appearance of A-Bomb, but also considered by many to be the first full appearance of the Red Hulk. But I got them both, so y'all can argue about it till you blue in the face. I got them. I don't care. And then we got X-Men number 221, first appearance of Mr. Sinister. Gift from my friend Jason, the comic book preacher, who I real desperately miss being on YouTube. I wish he'd come back. And then this one is up to me as an undervalued key, I think. And this is X Factor number 6, and that's the first appearance of Apocalypse. I think that character is going to be a major player when X-Men come back, or when they start making X-Men content again in the MCU. And I think it's an undervalued key. As well as X-Men number 244, which is the first appearance of Jubilee. So another one that I think it's not worth very much now, but it has potential to be worth something eventually. And oh yes, here's everybody's gonna scoff. ASM 210, first appearance of Madam Web. It was a key before the movie sucked, so bite me, it's still a key. I'm still holding on to it. Alright, Avengers Annual number 10, first appearance of Rogue. Another undervalued book, I think, that's going to absolutely detonate when X-Men content comes out. So, one I would suggest grabbing onto while you can. And in ASM number 149, the first appearance of Ben Reilly, who becomes the Scarlet Spider, who is a character that just will not die. So, if you don't have a copy of this has obviously got some huge staying power. It's not going anywhere, and I'm really shocked that they haven't done something in the MCU with a Scarlet Spider other than that little cameo in the Into the Spider-Verse. Next up, of course, 361, first appearance Carnage. Another one that blew up big when the movie hits, and now it's kind of plummeting. Still, don't give up on it. You shouldn't have dumped it. If you dumped it, I think you're crazy. It's one you need to keep one in your collection, because Carnage is a major character and will always be a key book. Now, these three have a lot of sentimental value to me, because this is probably one of my greatest Christmases ever. And this is ASM 252, Marvel Superheroes number 8, and ASM 300. All the black suit keys and the first appearance of Venom. And these are Christmas gifts. One was from Fu. One was from Squatchy. And one was from the late Chad RCG, who's no longer with us. And we miss him. But so those were Christmas gifts. Really was the first time anybody in the comic book community had reached out to me and done something so nice for me like that. And it just really touched me. And it really just humbled me to this community, and how really cool it was that somebody would put together something like that for me as a Christmas gift. And it means the world to me, and will never leave my collection. None of them will. All right, next up, Justice League of America, number 190. It's just a really classic, iconic Brian Boland cover. I love it. It's on my wall as strictly a cover, not a big key. But Fantastic Four, number 46. This is the first appearance of Black Bolt. And I got this out of James Woods, or Warlord, mystery box. And he regretted me getting that for so long until he finally got his own, another copy and a better copy. But it's still in my collection, JW. So you can feel good knowing that you went to somebody who appreciates it. And then the next batch of books, Forever People, number 1, the first appearance of Darkseid, another severely underrated and undervalued comic book, in my opinion, that I think has potential for growth. And ASM number 265. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that is a first appearance, and it is my brain, Silver Sable. I kept wanting to say Black Canary for some reason. I couldn't get that out of my head. But anyway, first appearance of Silver Sable. Again, another one that has potential for growth. This one I was real happy to pick up. ASM number 42. Arguably the first full appearance of Mary Jane Watson, but it is the most iconic appearance where she delivers the line of, "Tiger, you just hit the jackpot." And ASM 316, first cover appearance of Venom. Trying to speed up here a little bit. And World's Finest number 173. This is the first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face. And Web of Spider-Man 118, first appearance of the Scarlet Spider. Again, that character will not die, will not go anywhere, and if you don't have one in your collection, it's time you got one. You should get one. It's a pricey book. I think it's about over $100 right now. And Miss Marvel number 1. Funny story. I acquired this one in a Whatnot auction for like next to nothing. I had a graded version of this one that I got from my buddy Alex, Wink Inc., that came with a sticker, a rubber duck sticker on the front of it. And it was, like I said, it was graded. And he couldn't get the sticker off, so he gave it to me. And I got the sticker off and sent it back to him and said, "Miss Marvel sends her love." But first appearance of Carol Danvers as Miss Marvel. Don't make me feel stupid. Yeah, okay. I'm really bad at information. Get on there. And I don't have one of them hand-holding sticks, so some of these I'm going to have to look and remind myself of what they are. Strange Tales featuring Warlock, number 180, I believe. This is the first appearance of Gamora, yeah. And Aquaman, number 23, first baby Aquaman, our Aqua Baby. So, but I like the cover. Not a big fan of the key itself. I don't think it's going to amount to anything, but I just love that cover. Silver Age goodness. Now this bad boy here, you're thinking, why would he have that dollar bin book on his wall? Well, if you watch my content, you'll know a little bit about this. This is an uncut publisher's proof. You can see along the edges here, if I can get it to focus. Focus! There you go. But it has not been trimmed. So it's an uncut version, and I believe there's only well, here you go. You can pause and read. Here's a certificate. This is to certify that the accompany untrimmed printer's proof copy of Prime number 1 from the original first printing June 1993. The book was the launching title, and began the entire Ultraverse. An untrimmed printer proof, sometimes called a tear sheet or gut sample, is a copy of books sent directly from the printers to the editors, right off the printing press. Books at this stage in manufacturing process are supplied for the editors for their approval of the printing prior to these untrimmed proofs that are being shipped to distributors. These are always limited number of these untrimmed proofs and are intended use for the use of editorial and printing staff in evaluation. The final product in time to catch any possible defects. Untrimmed printer proof by definition is rare. Yeah, I stumbled through that. But at any rate, bottom line is it's very rare to get one. They're not very common. They're hard to find. Next up, first appearance of Nightwing. Tales of Teen Titans number 44. Savage Submariner, number 67. I believe it's a new costume debut. And this is, of course, the first appearance of Null. Oddly enough, it is not the most valuable version, although, in my opinion, it is the coolest cover and the coolest version. So who knows? Null is coming, so that one's going to get bigger anyway. And this was a gift from my buddy Ryan. He had this commissioned for me. He knew I liked Man Bat a lot, so that's a really cool Man Bat cover. And then we have Tales to Astonish number 90. And this would be the first appearance of Abomination, is it? Yeah, I didn't mark that one on the back. I can't remember now. I don't know. Help me out. I can't remember. I know the glare is getting bad because the window's right behind me. And then we got Tales to Astonish number 63. Is this one marked? No, it's not. I actually, honestly, it escapes me what those are, but that gives you the opportunity to interact in the comments section. Dang it, that freaking glare is terrible, and I can't do nothing about it. I don't think. Let's see if that helps. Not really. It makes it darker. But anyway, gives you something to interact in my comments about. Incredible Hulk 234. Oh, it's the first appearance of Quasar. No wonder I didn't remember that. I need to take that one out and replace it with a more substantial book. That one's not that great. Then another one of a failed movie, but still a major key, and I don't think people should give up on, is ASM number 101, first appearance of Morbius. Still a major key. Just because the movie sucked doesn't make it not a major key. And this is that iconic Demon in a Bottle cover, Iron Man 128. Gotta have it. And this is Justice League America number 46. First Silver Age appearance of Solomon Grundy. And I believe I got that out of a comic foo box, mystery box. Next up, Action Comics number 340. First appearance of Parasite. Gotta love that one. That's another low-cost key book. It's not a bad one to have in your collection. And Shazam number 1. This is the first appearance of Shazam in DC Comics. After the lawsuit where couldn't use Captain Marvel and all this blah blah blah. So there you go. All right, here's where the fight starts. I am one of the people that say X-Men Annual 14 is the first full appearance of Gambit. And there's just, by definition, it is, if you define the words first appearance, it would be that book. Now, 266 is the first appearance of Gambit in continuity, which some say the one doesn't count in 14 because it happened, it's events that happened after 266, and because of shipping, blah, 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 bite me. It was first, it showed him first, it came before that, 266, it's first. There's 7 or 9 panels of him talking, referring to himself as Gambit. It is the very definition of first appearance, and it came first, so bite me. This one is a Dollar Bin book. Spider-Man number 4, part of that Torment series from McFarlane. But this one is special because it is signed by Stan Lee. I am not a signature guy. There are very few people who I think are legend enough that I would want their signature on my book. Stan Lee is, without a doubt, probably at the top of the food chain when it comes to signatures. So I was happy to acquire that. And it was great that it's on a Dollar Bin book because it detract value, in my opinion, from the book, because it didn't have any anyway. If anything, it added value to the book. And speaking of signatures that I admire from people I admire, Daredevil number 184, signed by Frank Miller, and Daredevil Man Without Fear number 1, probably, in my opinion, the definitive Daredevil story ever written. And it is also signed by Frank Miller, who is another legend, in my opinion, and whose signature I do not mind having twice. Thank you, Ryan Boone, for going to that Comic-Con and getting them signed for me. And now, this book, here you go. Here's my big spec for you guys. Here's something that you should take heed on and listen to me. The Demon number 1, the first appearance of Demon. This book here is going to detonate one of these days, because with the popularity of Creature Commandos, and I mean the Dark, JLA Dark, and all this stuff, people are leaning towards these monsters, these creatures and stuff. This guy is coming. This guy is going to be a major fixture at some point, and this book's going to blow up. And you're crazy if you don't think so. The Flash 172, another cover by. Not a big key. Matter of fact, it's kind of a dirty book and not very clean. Pretty bad shape, or not the best of shape, but not bad shape, just dirty. But love that cover. And of course, Wolverine number 88. This was a win from Comic Vantage Mystery Box. Cool cover. Probably not my favorite book, and honestly, if it's on the chopping block when I go to use that comic capsule for something else. Next up, oh yeah, 2 of my grails that I accomplished. Brave and the Bold number 54, the first appearance of the Teen Titans, and Teen Titans number 1, first ongoing series. Now, this one I paid a pretty penny for, and it's in really good shape. This one is a little bit in worse shape, but still not too bad. But, oh yeah, definite grails they were definitely grails that I accomplished. Next up, Justice League versus Suicide Squad number 1, and this is a Brian Bolland cover, and to date is probably my favorite comic book cover ever. Don't ask me why. It's modern, digital, and everything that shouldn't be popular with a comic book collector, but I absolutely love that cover enough to where it's on my wall. And next up, Fortnite number 1, with yours truly on the cover with that little copper tone commercial homage cover. This was done by Squatchy, and part of a glitter bomb that was sent to me that you can find on my channel if you look hard enough. Hey, whoops, how did that happen? Am I losing my mind? I am. I'm losing my mind. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. That's a different book. Okay, I thought I'd already shown this one, didn't I? Okay, Miss Marvel number 18. Let's see if I managed to... It is, oh, yeah, the first appearance of Mystique. I thought it was Ms. Marvel number 1 again, and I thought, didn't I just show... Do I have 2 of them? Wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, I know I can't hold the camera. My arm's getting tired. And then, of course, there is Thor number 337. And we all know who that is. Yeah, that's right. Beta Ray Bill, first appearance with Green Lantern content coming soon. You never know. Also, Tomb of Dracula, number 45. Is this the first Deacon Frost? Yes. First Deacon Frost. Another series that's, Blade is also making a comeback. ASM number 55, just another iconic Romita cover that I just love. Secret Origins Superheroes number 17, first appearance of the Huntress. So another good one. And being a Teen Titans fan, this is another one. Flash number 92, the first full appearance of Impulse. Another sadly underused character. Hold on, I'm going to sit in my chair so I can get down on level here. So, that one's actually holding value pretty good. So, that's a good one to get. Next up, Incredible Hulk versus Venom, number 1. This one is making, I've seen it pop up more and more now that people have discovered it. I found out about it years ago. In the 90s, I had one of these, but I just got it back. But this was a UNICEF mail-away comic, and it is, foil. It's got foil. The lettering font is foil, but a really cool book. Not very many of them, so it's a cool one to have. And another one that took me forever, just recently, to get off my hit list is Sandman, number 8, the first appearance of Death. And I love that character, and I hate this glare, and I can't get it off my book. All right, but next up is okay. Couldn't remember. Last two on the walls is Tales of Suspense number 65. That's the first Silver Age appearance of Red Skull. So, nice one. And then Wonder Woman number 1, that George Perez run. First ongoing, God bless it, ongoing Wonder Woman, I believe. But, yeah. But that is the wall for comic. Oh, one more. These comics I've gone on record as saying I hate because they're oversized and they're hard to. They're hard to find bags, boards, and all that for. But Superman versus Muhammad Ali is one of the books I've always wanted. So to have the foil facsimile was a suitable compromise. And these up here, if you don't know, I'm also a disc golf fanatic. Love to play, suck at it, love to watch it. These are my signed discs on the wall. Batman poster. Yeah. And Sam De La Rosa's signed Venom Lethal Protector number 1, the black cover. And these I framed myself. These are Dark Child. These are chromium collector's cards. And they were so cool. Speaking of Dark Child, Randy Queen dropped a image for the cover of a new Dark Child book. So all y'all that haven't got your first appearance of Dark Child yet, it's in the dollar bin. Go grab one. And this Harley Quinn poster by an artist I met locally named David Fott. And a couple of, I won't go through too much details. These are just a couple of action figures that I've collected. The world's smallest G.I. Joe action figure. And a couple I got, I think, from Foo. And Lobo. Yes. Poison Ivy poster. Another Sam De La Rosa signed to Spider-Man. And these were for more action collectibles. Back in the Chaos comic days, when you had Evil Ernie, you had, I got this glow-in-the-dark, Jesus Christ. Okay, Lady Demon. It's right there in front of me, too. I'm trying to look through the camera. And Purgatory, the silver, shiny, metallic silver Purgatory. And then we got some Joseph Michael Lisner Dawn action figures. Boom. Boom. Some more action collectibles. The Chrome Lady Death. And my girl, Darkchild. And some more Dawn. I just loved those things back in the day. And we're coming around. This is taking longer than I thought. I thought this would be pretty quick. But we won't go through all of them. But my Avengers Assemble Kotobukiya statues. And to date, my absolute favorite, She-Hulk. Love that. That's how She-Hulk should look. Look at that. There we go. Bring her up here. That's how She-Hulk should look. Like a Hulk, not a green supermodel. Then, of course, my Justice League. Also Kotobukiya. Some of them with pets. And you come down here. Also Kotobukiya Batman, the bigger one. And Superman. And back there is the Flash. And this one is a Todd McFarlane exclusive with his homage to the cover that I cannot remember. And back here, it's a shame that it's buried, but you'll see this reflective shit that I can't get off there. But it is Batman Spawn 2-pack. So that is cool. I thought, even though it's not worth much, it's not a big valuable collectible, it's still rare. You're not going to see too many Batman Spawn 2-packs. Down here, we got some more Kotobukiya. Kotobukiya is one of my favorites. And this is one here I'll talk about a little bit. This is the greatest Man-Bat action figure ever made. And it was done in the 90s with that Legends of Batman series. And I'm trying to get to where I can... And I mean, just look at the detail. And I mean, that was just epic. They did such a good job. They were so far above anything else with that sculpt and that figure that it's just ridiculous. Of course, I got my Superboy and Robin, you know, because Super Sons is still going to make it. And Batman and Robin there. And down here, there's a couple. Now these are not all my figures. I have some that I had no room for. I had to go into storage. But this, more Dawn in the covers, Miles Morales and the Funko Pop, and then the Justice League first appearance of Starro, or no, first Justice League. My bad. Some more Dawn. I'm sorry, I know this is a bad angle, but I'm old and I can't crawl around the floor. This is the bottom shelf. More cover, Funko. Some Killer Croc. And I still hold on to this. This is not worth any money at all, really. But the Saga action figures, I figured for sure those would become something. And of course, if you look around here, this is my PC. Yes, I know some of you debate me on cardboard boxes versus plastic tubs, but I like the tubs because they keep, if something were to happen, and they would keep water off of them, and they just protect the comic books more, I think. But that's just part of my PC on this wall, and this is my wall of keys. I know, seems like really, but those are all have some kind of key element to them in these boxes, whether it be minor or major or something. And these two are waiting for comic capsules so they can fill those two spaces in on the wall. And then this is a lab here. Here is where all the magic happens. Here's where we do. I've had that Robin poster since the 90s. That Tom Lyle. I think it's one of the greatest Robin posters ever made. But had it since the early 90s. It's so cool. Or mid 90s. And then, like I said, this is the desk. This is where we film. It's a mess. Under there is a little few supplies and stuff under the desk. Of course, we still have the Valiant burn barrel because we still don't like Valiant. But anyway, let's park this thing. Anyway, that is a quick tour of the room. I'm sorry, I know that took 40 minutes. I didn't think this little bitty room it could take 40 minutes. I guess I took 40 minutes running my cake hole. But anyway, I kept you long enough. Let me know what you think. Got any questions? Let me know in the comments. Got any comments? Let me know in the comments. Do all those YouTube things we love for you to do. Like, subscribe, comment, share. That's going to do it for this one. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.